dog hair on my microphone. It's gross.
Mine's a little
there
linty.
the whole time.
It could use one of those brushes. What's up, Mr. Bryan? How you doing, buddy?
Real professional group we got going on. Yeah. I'm doing well. We had a great Sunday. Had some football games and then got to watch some Red Zone and some Ryder Cup.
Are you? I know you're in New England. Are you? That means you're a Patriots fan, or do you dabble outside of the Patriots?
No. Okay. Remember, so just real quick. Tom Brady's first Super Bowl win. I was in 8th grade, so yes, I am.
Yeah, no.
Those were my formative years. They were great.
Nomad, Brady, and all those guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Garcia Parra.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh come on. You're a Boston guy.
Yeah.
Through and through.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it was a good day to be a Giants fan. We were 0-3. We started our rookie QB, our rookie running back. They both scored. Well, actually, I don't know if Scattaboo scored.
Yeah, he did. I'm pretty sure he did.
Dart had a great day.
Yeah.
Neighbors did not have a great day.
Next week might not be a great week to be a Giants fan, but they showed up today.
I traded for Neighbors. I traded Ibuka.
No.
Yes, I wanted Neighbors.
I'm sure. No, like I'd do that trade too.
It was an even trade at the time. He lasted 4 points for me. 2 receptions for 20 yards and immediately tore his ACL. Well, we think
I really like Ibuka.
He's so good.
I targeted him in every draft that I went in.
I have him on several other teams, but I gave him up in this one that I was like, this is a good trade for me.
Well, anyway.
Strikes again.
We're not here to talk fantasy football this week.
No, we're not.
We are going to talk Ryder Cup results.
What an unbelievable Sunday.
That was a lot of fun.
If you
Friday, Saturday were kind of forgettable.
If you are a listener
for US, yeah.
I'm assuming you know what happened on Friday and Saturday. We will not speak of Friday and Saturday here. We will only speak of Sunday, because
correct.
Friday and Saturday was a spanking that was very painful to watch. Sunday was delightful, actually exciting, great matches. We just kind of dive in here. We had a guest plan. We're having him back. We had a last minute reschedule, so we just decided to record a quick Ryder Cup recap. I think it's pretty fun. It's on the short side. I think you should enjoy it. I think you should stick around to the end, where we'll talk about our favorite parts. And we'll see you on the other side. All right.
Bye.
Tonic is loaded with sugar.
Okay.
Before we hit record, Bryan, you were just saying something. I just want to go backwards, just 30 seconds.
We'll just go back like 30 seconds. So Hayes isn't feeling well, and he's drinking a brown mystery liquid. We'll assume it's a bourbon or a scotch, right?
I think it's scotch. But it's a virus-killing scotch.
I informed him that the true way to kill a virus is gin and tonic, which is what people used to drink when they were fighting malaria. It's gin and tonic or vodka tonic, right? Because people don't like the taste of tonic alone, but the quinine in it is what helps kill malaria. So they would mix gin or vodka in it. So, sir, you need to go refresh your glass with the more appropriate beverage.
So,
but in that case, couldn't he
sugar.
Just drink the quinine, the tonic? Why does he need the gin? Nobody.
Because tonic alone is gross.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't be much worse than gin.
So I actually started acquiring like a bourbon and scotch palate during COVID because, and like I kind of had nothing else to do. and I was Googling and like, what I found this interesting nugget from like, what was the last pandemic? The Spanish flu of 1918, I think. And I kept running into these quotes of people that
I'm not
were
a
saying
history
things
buff.
like, but the quotes were like, those of us who drank whiskey survived. I'm like, that's sold. All I need to hear.
Sold.
Yeah.
They were in a small room confined with their alcoholism. Right. And they were just like, if I don't meet anybody. Yeah, exactly.
Right. And it just feels good down in my belly.
There's
down
probably
in
a
my belly.
fair bit of Irish whiskey being drank this evening if I had to
I would
guess.
imagine that'd be the case.
Yes.
Did you? All right, we just jump into it. We'll call this a Ryder Cup recap special, and we'll be out in 15 minutes because there's not a lot of highlights from the American side.
Yeah.
It was a good day.
No, Sunday was
interesting.
great.
It was awesome.
It was one of the best.
The rest of
it was one of the best sporting days I've ever because I had stats up on fantasy track and fantasy football. I had the golf on. I had It was.
I'm convinced you will. There is. Granted, I'm a golfer. I'm biased. I really think like the Ryder Cup is the best sporting event going. I mean, I know like World Cup, so that's a big thing to say. But I'm telling you, like, so I was at Hazeltine. I love the Ryder Cup. So certainly some bias, but like how JT reacted after winning that putt, how Cam Young, there's a level of emotional investment from the players that you do not get even at a major championship.
No,
I mean, it's just
totally
nowhere else.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I do wish there was some. Okay, this is gonna sound stupid, but I kind of wish there was a scramble thrown in, because as much as I like to see the alternate shot because it's hard, and I like to see the best ball, I kind of wish there was just like, watch how low we can go, and you took your teams of two, and you did it. I don't know when you do it. You'd have to have another day, which is a bummer. But
they should do that as like a pro-am on like
so
the Monday or
watch those guys
the Thursday before, something like that.
Tag team a course. Yeah, if you did it the Thursday before as even if it was just like a pay-per-view, watch these guys go crazy. I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't want to do it. Maybe it wouldn't be as much fun or something. I think it'd be more fun, but
I don't know if the U.S. would shoot very good. They couldn't play very well together. They only showed up when they were playing alone, playing their own ball.
Well, they historically suck at alternate shot. I mean, that's kind of been their track record.
It's really only Schauffele and Cantlay that end up playing well in that format.
And then they still got their butts kicked on 4-ball too. I mean,
it was brutal.
It was just terrible.
McGinley. So we had Nick Bradley on last week.
Yep.
Who worked really closely with McGinley 2 or 3 Ryder Cups ago.
Glen Eagles, right?
Glen Eagles, right? And it was a really fascinating thing to hear McGinley on all of the coverage, because Nick is so close to him, and he was talking about McGinley so much that I was like, oh my God, this feels like we're I'm this close to McGinley. Of course I'm not, but
I know him.
It is what it felt like. And then hearing him echo a lot of the things that Bradley had said, that Nick had said, was really cool. But also just like his honest, like his ability to say, yeah, but they're making putts that they don't really have any right to make over and over and over again. I mean, the number of 15 plus footers that they made to match it
was always answering something.
It's
too.
unbelievable. I mean,
always.
And I think I got nothing but praise to give the Euro team. How they did that, I don't know. It doesn't actually seem possible, and yet they did it over and over again, guy after guy. It wasn't just one guy. It was.
I know Decade says that everybody's got a shotgun on a sniper rifle. The European team had a sniper rifle on a lot of those shots.
It was
that was insane.
Incredible.
I think one of the most telling things is when Scheffler and DeChambeau played 4-ball in the afternoon, they were 9 under and lost.
Yeah,
and they lost.
They got steamrolled. They didn't just lose. They were never like.
It wasn't.
And
close.
that's the thing is like.
Yeah.
So Scheffler didn't get many points until singles. That's a dagger. DeChambeau didn't really do well. I think he got the 1 point with Cameron Young, who was freaking. I'm now a huge Cameron Young fan. But the Europeans had like between Rahm, Hatton, McIlroy, Fleetwood. That's like 4 buzzsaws that you just weren't going to beat.
Yeah, Fleetwood.
The pairings that the European team had were just incredible. Great pairings. They fed off of each other.
If you have guys going like 3-0, or 4-0 in 4-ball and foursomes, you can't win. I just don't think the other team really has a shot. The fact that it was 15-13 as an ending score is pretty astonishing, because it was 11-5 to start the day.
Well, and that's the American strategy. And it's the American strategy in the President's Cup is like survive the team sessions
and then
and
get
get
through
to
the singles
Sundays,
and crush.
get to the singles.
Yeah.
But it was way too deep a hole. You know what I mean?
We got to figure out. I mean, and I think it gives them a really clear sense. I would imagine. I don't know if Keegan's going to stay. I don't think he would want to personally. I think he's already
think he
said
wants
how
to play.
hard. Oh, he's also said how hard it was to captain. It was like,
But
maybe I'm
Do
wrong.
you-
Maybe he's got
do
a
you
real
think
taste for
that
it now.
do you think that he needed this as like a learning experience and he could come back and learn from some of those mistakes, like having some of the pairings that he did and sticking with them? Like,
So Davis Love did that, right? He was at Medina, came back and was captain in Hazeltine. You can make that argument. There's talk of Jim Furyk coming. I think Jim Furyk is going to.
Furyk was an assistant. He was an assistant this year. I think
he got beat at La Nacional. I think he was the captain there. Wasn't he?
Oh, right.
But
yeah.
I think he's coming back as a
I think you're right.
President's Cup captain, maybe.
Yeah.
But I can see them winding it back. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing with Keegan is, there's all going to be this armchair second guessing of him.
Oh, yeah.
Into perpetuity. And some of it, I got to tell you, like, I don't know why you put Morikawa in English out again after the first session. Like, I think that's an obvious second guess. But, at the same time, if you've got a plan, you don't panic, you stick with it.
Yeah.
Who am I to judge, So,
yeah.
but he was,
I mean,
I don't know if you caught it. He's already kind of campaigning for a change in the rule if someone's injured.
Here's
because,
the
thing. Like, that gave the Europeans an automatic half, and they didn't need many halves to get to the win.
Yeah.
I can't believe 3 more guys on their team didn't suddenly have a sore neck.
Right.
That makes it sound like I'm doubting Hovland. I am not. He didn't play yesterday.
Sir, I have hemorrhoids now.
That's right. But like, if the rule is you're just going to give them a half a point for not playing, and they're up by that many points,
let's all have food poisoning.
Come on. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
The idea that you wouldn't have to concede that point is kind of shocking to me.
Yeah.
Apparently, it has happened historically. There have been 3 other instances, 1 American, 2 Euros. It's always been the rule. You got to change that rule. That's a ridiculous rule that if one of your guys can't go, it's unfortunate, absolutely, but you shouldn't split the points. That's crazy.
Yeah. So,
do you think they should have like a 13th man?
100%. You have in every
comes in
every other sporting
like
event,
that
you have somebody who's on the bench as
the emergency quarterback.
Well, I think it's one of the vice captains,
the playing captain, right? It's
you do
like
in the
one
Olympics.
Of those guys.
You have the alternates. You have alternates. It's not unheard of for an event like this. I don't know. And it's not like
even if you didn't want to go like the 13th
players.
player break glass in case of emergency route, you still can't get past like in any other sport. If I don't show up, that's called a forfeit. It's not called
you get half the point.
It's not a tie.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't make a tie. Yeah, exactly.
Right. So if not for that, the Americans would have won. Is our point? Yeah.
Well,
I'm not saying.
I'm
that.
actually
totally. That was.
I'm actually very glad that it wasn't
happened.
14 and a half to 13 and a half because it would have been a very bitter pill to swallow. It'd been like, well, there's that half point. I mean, the Americans played great today. It was great to see and great to cheer it on, and especially the way it happened with
so
JT,
awesome.
Cam coming in first and getting that point, and JT coming in second and getting that point, and then DeChambeau coming back from 5 down and getting those points. And I mean, it was really exciting.
And how many of them?
Scotty finally getting a point that against Rory of all, like.
Yeah.
He looked tired.
Come
Rory
on, man. You play 72 holes in 2.5 days.
But
that's
no, how many of those ended up on the 18th green?
I was
too?
really
like so many of them went the distance, and that
like,
was
just
to see the crowd
is Henley
sitting
just
there,
going to be? Is he going to be able to sleep
so
tonight?
Many people,
no, knowing he's got a putt on 17 to close it. He's got a putt on 18
and you leave it short.
To close it. He left both short.
When he first hit that putt, I thought he hammered it too. Like he took his backswing. I was like, oh boy, but obviously there was more slope there than I could see from the TV.
Everyone, I'm sure Russell Henley is thinking that, but every single one of them is like, dude, we scratch out a half on Friday or Saturday in the morning. You know what I mean? So you can't blame it on Russell Henley.
It's totally different story.
They went 3-1 in the morning on Thursday. I'm sorry, on Friday. What happened? Was it 2.5, 1.5 on
it
Friday
was 5.5,
afternoon?
2.5 at the end of the day.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then and then also
and
Saturday,
was 3-1
same thing,
again
5.5, 5.5, because it was 11-5. So They got to figure something out. I mean, also, I don't think you can look at those lineups and think Scotty's not going to score a point. I don't think there's any world where you would look at the world number one and how dominant he has been and think he's going to get blanked through the first 2 days. It just doesn't seem possible.
So thought experiment. 2 years from now or down the road, like, what do you do with Scotty if he's not good in the team events? What do you do, Captain Matt, Captain Hayes?
I think you put him. I think you leave him off of alternate shot and you put him in foursomes because.
So I disagree.
I'm not saying that is the right move, but if he really can't figure out alternate shot, because he was better in foursomes than he was in four ball. But the truth is, they didn't make any putts. I mean, they just so many putts that were just missed.
Matt, you ignorant slut.
I get it. I'll take it.
No, I think you can't bench the world number one.
No, I don't. I don't think so either. I'm just given his what if he's not feeling up the
This is a thought experiment.
Yeah, but
yes.
So again, he and Bryson.
Do you make him heads up putt, Hayes? Do you make him heads up putt?
I want to ask Sam Hahn, like, tell me you're trying to give him a lab, right? And he's a great putter.
He's gotten significantly better. He's gotten significantly better since the switch to the thing. But I think it's just confidence. I think.
But again, he ran into some buzzsaws. Like he and Bryson paired well together previously at the President's. Was it President's Cup or maybe the previous Ryder Cup? And
no, I think it was President's
Cup. And they
Cup.
shot 9 under in 4-ball. They just ran into a buzzsaw. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's really hard to believe that you could lose.
Yeah,
going 9 under.
Yeah,
because that's a good round of golf.
Yes,
it's stupid, is what it is.
But like, I was thrilled to see JJ play well. I mean, really well. Thrilled to see Cam Young. I mean, what an unbelievable performance for a first-time Ryder Cup.
I haven't paid any attention to Cam Young. I'm now a huge Cam Young fan.
Oh, I've been a big fan because that guy has had some brutal second place finishes.
Yeah.
And I have been waiting for him to break through. And this year he finally did,
which was
awesome.
Oh, it's like he's the new Matsuyama.
The little pause at the top. Yeah.
It's
okay. So I got a question for you guys. So what do we think of Tommy Fleetwood now? Is the monkey completely off his back? Is he going to go on a tear and win like
he might
6
legitimately be
the
best.
Now?
I think he was legitimately the best player at the Ryder Cup this year. It felt like he was unbeatable. It felt like every time he stepped up and needed to make a shot, he made it. I know Lowry's going to get a lot of love. Rory obviously played great. But Rory
awesome.
leaned on Shane, and Shane leaned on Rory a bunch when they just on different holes. It felt like Fleetwood was just automatic. And obviously, Rosie was so good. That was exhausting to watch how good he was because he just refused to back down.
Which makes the American comeback on Sunday all the more incredible because those guys got beat. You know, I mean,
yes, it's true.
I was really not that impressed with JT. For him to take down Fleetwood, I never saw that coming. You know, when I saw Justin Rose after the way he played Saturday coming out first, I'm like, that's a loss. Cam Young was our stud, but I just didn't see like a seasoned veteran like Rose against a rookie going out first on Sunday, and Cam handled business. It was phenomenal.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I just appreciate too. I think this is the first Ryder Cup where I've really I have a little experience with match play. I know how hard it can be and how down you can get when you are losing and how up you can feel when you're winning and how quickly that shifts. And like I played on Friday and my buddy and I, in honor of the Ryder Cup, we were like, let's do a little match play, like you and I. And he beat me 3-2, but I had a 6-hole stretch where I'm not kidding. I forgot how to play golf. Like I was 11 over through holes 4 through 9. I was 3 over the rest of the round. I was even par through the first 3 and 3 over on the back. I had 2 birdies in those 12 holes. And then in those 6 holes, I just couldn't.
You blacked out.
It was horrible. It was so awful. But like the mental game, and we've talked about this before on here, like I was being mean to myself. I couldn't get it back. And we took a small break after 9. It's not even at the turn. The way this course is set up, the 9 goes right into 10. And But I took a second. It was a very slow round. We had a couple of twosomes that they, instead of pairing us together, they just let us go off, and we just kept running into the same twosome, and they never invited us to join. And we weren't really sure if we should ask. It was one of those weird, like, what's the etiquette here? And
Sure.
it was a long round. So we had a little bit of a wait at 10. And I just kind of like stepped off the tee. And just like, my buddy was like, "Are you okay?" Because I've never really, like, I don't see you like this. And I mean, I threw a club. Like, I don't throw clubs. Like, that's, and
Really?
to be fair, I threw
Matthew.
it back to my bag. I threw it back to my bag, but it was not a gentle throw. I was like,
And then you quickly like, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Did you throw it with your offhand? Have you guys seen the video of when you're angry, you're supposed to throw the golf ball as hard as you
Yes,
can with
nothing
your
will make you
offhand,
laugh
and
at
it's
yourself
it
harder.
looks
Yes,
so
exactly.
childish.
I'm mad. But
Yeah, exactly.
no, I was
But with your offhand, Matt.
good one. That's good. Thank you. Yeah.
I gotcha.
It was wildly frustrating. And I will say, I played significantly better on the back. My buddy also shot a 77. And that's the best round he's ever shot. He had done it one other time. So it was kind of fun. Like, and at going in the end, I was mostly just rooting for him because I knew I was out of the match and out of the game. But even with that front nine, those 6 holes being so terrible, I only ever was 3 down, and I got it back to 1. I got it back, like, on the back. I was like, I got a shot at this, and then he birdied a hole, and I parred it, so that was it. But my appreciation for what match play has grown immensely over the last couple of years. So getting to watch these guys really battle, and especially seeing how well the Americans ultimately played and still got beat badly. I mean, as a team, it was a spanking. So I'm super excited about the next one, because now we've got this like huge chip on our shoulder. And I think when you listen to McGinley talk about the preparation that went into this Ryder Cup, was the best prepared team he's ever seen. And he's been involved with 7 Ryder Cups.
Yeah,
so
Luke doing something right.
Holy smokes. But they really talked about, you need to be right here, because all these guys they're all so good. It's ridiculous. But I do want to talk about very quickly the crowds.
Yes.
And
I was going to bring that up.
If it
was embarrassing.
I'm genuinely embarrassed. And we knew going into New York was going to be, those crowds were going to be pretty rough. I did not enjoy that from a spectator's point at all.
So let me tell you a little story. So I was
Were
at
you
the
at
Ryder
Hazeltine?
Cup. I was at Hazeltine in 2016.
Yeah, you went to Hazeltine,
on
right?
Saturday. I was standing,
Hazeltine?
Not Ovaltine,
Okay,
Hazeltine.
Gotcha.
Be sure to drink your.
But I showed up with my buddy at like 6
Hazeltine.
a.m. Ryan Stebbins, if you're listening, you better be. This is a good time.
Better be. What's his name? Hold on.
Better be a
I'm going to put it
subscriber.
up just in big
like
big
and
letters.
Subscribe. Maybe we should say you won and see if he sends us an email.
So we show up, park our camping chairs outside the 12th green, because in the 12th that was kind of a bad call, because the 12th turned out to be the hardest hole in the course. But it had a view of the video board, so you could be stationary but see other action.
Kind of follow along. Gotcha.
So we watched the morning session. We get up, and the morning session was well attended, and it was a pop in place. But we got up, walked around, came back for the afternoon sessions, and it was a mob scene. And our chairs were still there. Like we walked right back up to it and popped a squat. There's a guy next to me in full Uncle Sam gear, and he is crushed. He has crushed 6 Budweiser tall boys, and they're at his feet, right? And right on the other side of the ropes is Corey Pavin, who's sitting there watching the action. And I can't remember who else was in the grouping that we were watching, but this guy is loaded, and he starts chirping at Martin Keimer. And it's about telling Martin he should have been conceding a putt or something like that. And Martin Keimer just kind of looked at him and goes, or made some sort of motion, like a little too much or something like that. And it was this good-natured thing, right?
Yeah.
But I never once heard anyone throwing F-bombs or throwing beer at spouses what happened
I didn't
this
even
year.
hear that story.
Yeah, so apparently there's video
really?
out there.
Yeah,
there's
saw
video
the
out there of Rory's wife getting a beer thrown in her direction. I think it got her.
It hit her
Yeah,
off her
yeah.
hat. Yeah.
And it's just in
Come
Rory, I
on.
thought, I don't always
Well, then
agree with
he
Rory,
handled
but
it
I
even
thought he
better
made
than I thought he did. Because
when
he,
he
I
made a
gotta say,
perfect statement in the post round comments. He's like, "Look, I don't care if you're a loud and boisterous crowd." He's like,
yeah,
"But show up and cheer for your team. You
yeah,
don't need to like
Mhm.
antagonize the other team." He's like, he's like, "I was playing with the world number one. I'm playing with Scotty. I
yeah.
really didn't hear any comments to Scotty. It was all like after me." You know what I
Oh,
mean? And it's just
Mhm.
that's
that's
awful.
dumb.
Yeah.
A- And and the thing
Right.
is
Yeah.
when the Ryder Cup goes to Europe in 2 years, you will hear loud, boisterous fans, but they will never applaud a bad shot or like they just won't cross that line. And the
Well,
Americans
hold on.
consistently cross the
Mhm.
line.
Let's be
Well,
very,
we
very
get the ole, ole,
let's be very
ole,
realistic.
ole every
We
missed
saw
putt.
what happened in Rome when the Americans missed a shot or missed a putt. There were absolutely cheers. That is okay.
Sure,
I
sure.
am okay
Mhm.
with that because you are rooting for your team and you are rooting against the other team. You are by default.
Mhm.
However, going after their family, going after their spouses, making it personal, not yelling in their backswing, all of that, I think is pretty despicable. And golf fans should know better. I'm
Yeah,
adamant. I'm shaking my microphone. Um, they should know better. That's
yeah,
that.
Mhm.
First of all, go to any public muni. Go to Bethpage on a Saturday morning where people have stayed in their car since 11 o'clock that night to get in line, and go stand on the tee box and make fun of them in their backswing and watch what happens. Like
right. Yeah,
that person will get hurt physically just because you're in the stands. You think you can do? I don't know. I'm pretty disgusted. I
yeah.
I genuinely was embarrassed that it got to that. I didn't even know the thing about the bringing in the spouses or whatever. That's horrible. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah,
So to all our New York listeners, not impressed.
hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Hey,
that's all
get
I gotta say.
about it. Yeah.
Exactly.
You guys.
You guys
Use
know better.
guys.
Your
Yeah.
mothers, they taught you better than that. Come on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Um,
Exactly.
yeah, that's hard. I know that it was hard on Rory for sure.
Yeah.
That's it was. I
Where
gotta say,
is the
it's
Ryder Cup?
pretty great to see Shane go nuts.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh,
we
he
talked
did.
about it briefly with Nick. That is a team. That
Yeah.
Euro, they
Yeah.
they are a team, and I didn't get that vibe until Sunday on the green when everybody who finished stayed and rooted on like that's the only time I really
Mm.
felt like I saw that in the Americans where and again,
Yeah.
according to Keegan, Scotty was the number one off the course fan of the team. Like he was rooting everybody on. He was giving tips, he was giving help, he was giving advice, he was doing those things. He was doing everything he could to try to rally the team. I know Bryson, I mean, boy, I gotta say, not a huge Bryson fan in general, but
Yeah.
listening to that interview where he came from 5 down and he's like on the verge of tears, and they said, "What did that mean to you?" or "How did you do that?" or whatever, and he said, "I love my country." Like
Yeah.
there is
Yeah. Yeah. You
something.
can it means
Oh my
something to
God,
him.
it
It
means
means
so
something to
much to
him.
him. And
100%.
I
Yeah.
normally am like, nah, I could pass. But I was super impressed with him this week.
Yeah.
I like Bryson more and more as time goes on. He's like the guy that went to live and all of a sudden became more popular and like he seems like a better person than
Yeah,
he did
but
before.
yeah, but
I
I
don't
mean,
know. I really enjoy watching
so
him
now
play now.
speaking of live, those guys showed. I mean, Rom,
Yeah.
Hatton,
Rom, we got peak
holy
Rom.
smokes! I mean, they
Yeah.
Peak
just
Rom.
refused to go away. It was
Well, and if you remember
Mhm.
when we interviewed when we had Nick on, I
Yeah.
shared some skepticism because historically, like Koepka, we've seen them fade on Sundays and
Yep.
majors,
Yes.
and I just kind
Yep.
of thought the same
Well,
would
this was
happen.
only a 3-day event.
Yeah, maybe that's the
we
secret.
should have known it was going to be prime. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. I mean, they came up big. Rom looked like the Rom I remember.
Rom looked incredible. Hatton looked incredible. I mean,
I miss having Rom
yeah.
around
I could take him
more.
more.
Well, he's a fiery person. Like I love Scotty, but Scotty's pulse during every round is like
Yeah, they
62
didn't. You
for
notice
the
they didn't give
entire
him a
round.
whoop.
He's not very excited.
Did you see so Whoop, not a sponsor of the show. Whoop, if you'd like to sponsor
they did
us,
not give him a Whoop.
I have a watch, but it's not a Whoop. I got an extra wrist. Come on, Whoop. And
his Whoop would have been very
boring. JT's Whoop over the putt
round
was like 136 over, and it was some random putt. It wasn't even like the putt on 18. And I remember thinking like, it would literally be reading like cardiac arrest as I was trying to putt that. Like it would just be like heart failing. Like, that kind of pressure, I'm stunned at anybody being able to perform, but especially those younger guys. I was very surprised. Ben Griffin played great. Yeah. JJ played great. I mean, I know JJ isn't a young man, but this is his first year. He's 30.
New to the cup, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's intense. I mean, it is a pressure cooker, and I think it's weird. It's almost harder because it is a home game and you are supposed to win, and then put in that hole that we dug for ourselves. Yeah. Now you come out on Sunday and everybody performed. I mean, there wasn't really a runaway. There was, I think the Aubert won 2. Yeah, he was up Cantley. 2, right?
Yeah.
He beat Cantley, but I think it was at the 17th or something. It wasn't a runaway, right? Like
yeah.
So I don't know. I gotta say, I'm like a newborn fan. Like I think I liked it watching Rome, but it was also kind of a stomping. This was really really exciting. So
let me ask you, are you familiar with? I'm going to mispronounce this. Is it Adare, Adare Manor, or is it Adare Manor?
It should be Adare,
right?
Adare Manor. Is that where we are next?
Republic of Ireland.
Accent anywhere?
Oh no!
It's a home Ryder Cup for Lowry and McIlroy.
Oh, wow. Shite.
Limerick. It's on Limerick Road because, of course, it is.
Oh boy! Of course, yes.
God,
what else would it be
awesome.
on? Oh, that's going to be beautiful. A links course for this is going to be beautiful.
I'll say it right now. I really hope Spieth makes this next team. I'm just seeing him out there.
So this is I don't know if that's the clubhouse or what, but I'll throw that up when we actually post this. It looks like they're playing at a made up VR course on a castle. Like that's fantastic.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I want Ricky back on the team too.
Yeah.
I like Ricky.
I don't know. I do like the changing of the guard a little bit. Like I like seeing JJ there. I like seeing Griffin. I like seeing Cam Young. So, and I don't, top to bottom.
So we already know we can't have Scheffler. So
he's done.
He's off the team.
We have a lot of credibility with our golf listeners now. Thanks, Bryan.
I would love to see Cantlay and Schauffele no longer on the team, to be honest. There's something about Cantlay does great. I want him on the team because he can perform.
That's like our one successful foursome squad.
I know, but I want some other. I don't know who it is. I'm saying if I could dream, I want somebody like Luke Clanton to show up and stomp. I want there's a young wave of kids that are coming through that are really, really good. And I'm excited to see. I know 2 years is not a long time, but so you look back at 2021, Scheffler goes out and beats Rahm in the singles on Sunday. And then basically was like, oh, I'm good enough to beat these guys. And we know what happened since then.
Springboarded them.
Yeah. So I'm really curious to see what happens to Cam Young, what happens to Ben Griffin, what happens to JJ. Do they continue on this trajectory? Is this the pinnacle? I don't know. It could go either way. There's certainly young guys that have played in Ryder Cups and not continued.
I really hope it's a floodgate opening kind of thing for Cam Young, but there are stories to the contrary. So again, at Hazeltine, one of the studs for the Europeans was Thomas Pieters.
Yeah.
Does anyone know what Thomas Pieters is up to right now?
Not anymore.
No.
I think
who knows?
I could be wrong, but I believe
he's still a professional. I'm sure. I think he's DP World.
Yeah. But I remember that, like watching him, he was just like he was sticking every shot he was making, every putt. And you were like, who is this guy? He was a
University of Illinois graduate. Everyone was saying this guy's a future world number one, and he showed up at Hazeltine and played like it.
Wow.
And what's he doing now? We haven't,
That's crazy.
Don't know.
Yeah. But also, I think as amateurs, we can all recognize that some days the game is there and some days it isn't.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the same is true with the professional. Like you just, even JT talked about like the first 5 or 6 holes on Sunday. He didn't have it. He couldn't find it. And then something happened. He made a putt or whatever it was. It just like clicks in. He's also unbelievably competitive and he thrives in this kind of environment.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
I want
absolutely.
to touch on this because they talked about it on the broadcast later in the day, but I had noticed it on Saturday. He's the only guy that I saw actively try to pump up the crowd. And then also he was the one who was trying to get the crowd to be respectful.
Settle down.
And the fact that he's out there doing that, is it just our fan base? Like, is it just that we're just too excited and too rowdy and too drunk to understand that there are times where that's okay and at times isn't? I'm really fascinated by this because I don't remember Rome being antagonistic in that way that the Americans were complaining like, what is wrong with you? But there was a lot of that.
Whistling Straits wasn't.
I think
Hazeltine
it's also
wasn't.
how it started. Like, I think it's how it started. If we weren't getting beaten so badly, I don't think the crowd would have gone as sour as they did. Right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Whatever it happens to be, the upset, whatever.
I imagined
feel
in
like
my
they
head,
wasted their time or something like that.
I imagined the slings at Rory and Shane were all about how bad Irish food is. And I like in my like goofy like sketch comedy brain, that's what I was imagining. So to find out that it was vile and vitriolic and all of these things, like I'm disappointed that people weren't funny. Like that's I was sort of expecting like go get some corned beef. Ha ha ha. Like that would be the real zinger.
Yeah.
But also the number of people who said 4 right when they hit off the tee when it was right down the middle. I was like, you need to come up with a new tagline, bro.
Yeah, like Fleetwood's been down the middle of the entire round.
You can
Maybe
see where that
to
ball's
try
going right
else.
away. Like even without shot tracer, if you're behind the tee and then you're yelling 4 right when it's right down the middle, you just look dumb.
Yeah.
I feel like we could do some etiquette for American fans for the next Ryder Cup here, 2029. Has that been announced? We don't know where that is, right? We could do a series of educational videos like PSAs, sort of the more you know. Go across all of our faces.
We need a graphic. We need a graphic.
Right, exactly.
For that. The more you know.
Things that are okay to say.
2029.
Yeah.
Is that Hazeltine?
Oh.
Have you ever been there?
Have you been to Hazeltine?
Have I mentioned that?
That's a callback. That's a callback.
Give me a moment.
Didn't you name your daughter Hazel? And she'll be a teenager when it comes around. Oh, perfect. Okay, great.
Fellas, we should go to a Ryder Cup. The Bogey Ball Society goes to the Ryder Cup.
Oh my God. I mean, honestly, I think that's a legit bucket list thing to put on our Hayes, you and I will both be over 50.
Hey, look,
we'll be nearer the end than we are at the beginning.
If my life has not gone like I hope it does, and I still know you guys and I'm still doing this, we'll go to the Ryder Cup in 2029.
Okay, perfect. Right. That's perfect.
You know us. That's not going to change unless you get amnesia.
Or he wins the lottery. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah.
Well, he'd still know us. He might not be speaking to us, but he'll never forget us, man.
That's a sweet thought. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's true. I think he will cut it.
No, that's a nightmare for him.
Enough that I actually do start forgetting.
Yeah, exactly. Hazel, who? What? Right, yeah, exactly.
What's a podcast?
I once knew a girl named Hazeltine. Right. I think I went to her house one time. I don't know. There was a guy, Uncle Sam was there. He was drunk.
My kids say I'm part of some society, but I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, this has been a fun little reminiscence of what just happened. Man, I wish it. I really did think at one point.
I thought they had a chance.
I thought. I know it's not likely. But there is a
they did have a chance. They were in position.
There was never a point where the projections. There was never a point where the board was red enough that they were getting 14.5. there were still matches that needed to move from a split.
Right. But there was a point where it could come down to the last 3 matches.
How many
but I'm
matches?
saying those
Like,
never
we
flipped
had-
red. Like,
is it 8 matches that they play?
No, but there
there's
were all
12. It turned into 11 because of Hovland.
12.
Okay. At some point, there were 6 that were red, and all of the other ones were tied except for 1. I think Aubert.
Yeah, I'm just saying
always,
there was never a point that the projections, like if it ends now, was 14 and a half.
Correct.
That's right.
But it was always like if we won a hole,
it would flip.
we could have pushed it further. My wife was enthralled in the Ryder Cup this weekend. She was yelling at the TV, and she looked at me several times. She was like, "Why am I doing this right now? I hate you." For getting me.
Well, here's the thing.
She was sitting there. She was having a beer, watching it, yelling at guys, yelling at the Europeans. She probably would have been cursing at them, just like
she put on her Squares shoes that she made you buy her, right?
Yes, yeah.
Bryan sent us. Hayes, I don't know if you saw that, but Bryan sent a text earlier. Said my wife is wondering why the Squares podcast was so engrossing. And it made me laugh so hard, the idea that she's like, I can't believe I'm interested in a golf shoe.
Yeah, she's a faithful listener.
Well, thank you for listening.
Bob's good people, and we've got more news about Squares that we'll share in an upcoming episode.
Yeah. That pod was so fun, and Bob has shared with us that he had a great time, and we really are his favorite. So, until he does another one with like, no laying up or something, and then we'll be a distant second. But
we're the official podcast of Squares. It's been established.
You got it. That's right.
The official.
Right. Yeah. Until Bryan screwed it up when they play together.
What?
All right, listen, Marchand.
What? I know. I got to message him.
You just.
I need you to forward me his. Actually, no,
you
I have
should start having your having Marchand as all of your little icons on social media and stuff, just so people.
I should.
Yeah,
I really
you
should.
really do look like it.
Maybe you can change your Instagram to the real.
the real Brad Marchand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's great to see you guys, and I wish we were, cheersing a victory, but I'm happy to say that they fought really hard today. So,
yeah, it was a great tournament to watch, especially.
They made it interesting,
which is interesting because our predictions, Hayes, you thought the U.S. was definitely going to take it. You said it. I think you said it was not going to be close. Nick,
I said it was going to be close.
You said it was going to be close. I couldn't remember exactly. Nick said the Euro was going to take it, but it was going to be. He was really convinced that they were going to win, and I thought it was going to be very close to the U.S. So, 1 for 2. The Euro guy got it right, but he's supposed to root for the Euros. That's his job.
He's professional.
That's right. Yeah, he's got inside information. Obviously, we didn't have.
Yeah,
that's why we have guests on this podcast normally, because we are not the experts.
And we'll reach out to Nick and say, "Hey, man, you got any recap you want to share with us, or maybe we can have him on again." Yeah,
I bet he's got tons to say too, because it was pretty exciting. All right. Yeah. Well, on that note, Bryan, Hayes, see you soon.
See you, gentlemen.
Thanks,
everybody.
All right. Thanks, guys. All right. So I wore this hat in honor of Mr. Lowry. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard not to.
Every
love
time I saw him on TV, in my head, I was just seeing you going, "I'm Shame Lowry," that was it. It was just
pretty. I gotta say, we look a lot alike. Like it's. I don't think it's just my imagination. His is not as gray, and is a little more red. But other than that, we play golf
we
the
can
same.
Get a side by side of when you almost got the hole in one at True Blue, and your fist pump, and his like guttural roar after he.
I wish I had a reason
for the European
to
team.
Pound my chest in a way that mimics Shane. I'm such a fan of his. I gotta say, of all the people to beat us, I was like, well, I mean, it's him. That's okay.
It was fitting. It was a fitting.
Like if it was Aubert who was the one who beat us,
it wouldn't be as exciting.
Too tall, too handsome.
Yeah.
Too young.
Yeah.
Not fair.
Yeah.
Lowry. I'm okay with it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's, it's really hard to like dislike that European team.
It is. It really is. And I'll just say it one more time. Shame on some of those fans. Euro team really, nobody deserves that. That's such garbage. So hopefully we learn a lesson. Where are we again? 2029? Medina? No, Hazeltine.
No,
How could I forget? We said it
Hazeltine.
18 times. I mean,
Yes.
Hayes said it 16 times. So
But we go over to Ireland before that.
to Adare, right? I'm going to assume it's Adare, and if I need to be corrected, write us at bogeyballsociety@gmail.com.
You won't
Tell
need
me
to
how
be
to pronounce
corrected.
it.
You can just dub right over it. That's fine.
Oh no, I
We
like
can
to
do
be
that
wrong.
in editing. It's good.
What, Hayes said Adare? What did he say?
I don't even. I'm not even sure. I'll have to go back and listen to the podcast.
He had an alternate pronunciation, which was, there's no way that's right. Adare?
No.
Maybe that's what he said.
Adare. Yeah, maybe.
Anyway. All right. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. And we'll see you next time we're recording.
See you real soon.
Oh, yeah. Good
There
night. Good luck. No, what's the Truman Show? Good morning, good night.
Good morning.
In case I don't see you. Good morning, good afternoon. In case I don't see you, have a great night. Something like that.
Something like that.
Doesn't matter. I'm going to cut that anyway.
No.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See you soon.
Bye.